Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Daniel and you're watching Triple R Farms, and it is April the 21st and it is Thursday. What we got on tap for today is, first I had to move my rogator, Mark. He at the end of the day yesterday, he cleaned up, steam cleaned my rogator. Another thing on the list we got for today, Martin-Till row cleaner is the one we took off. I guess the planter Dad's running. Anyway, we took them off one of our planters, and then we put all brand new Martin-Till row cleaners on there with the precision planting air cylinders. Anyway, I had somebody reach out to us, and they were interested in buying the old ones. So Dad's got Mark and James and Wayne over there. We took the aluminum silver type little wheel on the front that you see. I call it like a depth gauge. It keeps it from going down in the ground too far. Anyway, we took those off. So anyway, they're trying to put all those back on there, so the set looks complete when the guy comes and looks at it. Another thing on the list is I'm gonna go get the combine right now. If you watched a couple of videos ago, I changed out the concaves on my combine. Now I'm gonna go get Dad's combine out of the warehouse and get it here to the shop. We're gonna put the wheat concaves in it, so I'll have both combines ready to go for wheat if we want to put both of them in the field. Another thing on the list, my unreferred Y-drop system. If you haven't seen that, if you didn't watch the videos last year, it's what we fertilize our corn with. It's at the barn over there in the valley. I'm gonna go grab it, get it here to the shop, and anyway, I'm gonna start going through it and make sure it's ready to go, because we'll be fertilizing corn before you know it. So that's all I got on the list for right now, but I'm sure we're gonna have a busy day. So just sit back and let's get this video started. So there's my combine. We've already put the wheat concaves in it. You guessed it, this is Dad's. And let's see if we can crank it up and get it to the shop. Always forget this. Not this time. Let's see if we can get some lights on. Hey, look at there. That's a good sign, guys. Beautiful. Well, I had a little trouble plugging up the electronics. I was trying to plug the, I think it's called the ISO, that big round plug into the back of the tractor, and for some reason it wasn't wanting to fit. So anyway, I'm just going to pull it back to the shop. I've got an adapter. Usually I hook this thing up to the 8285, which is still over there at Gray Rocks. It's the one that got struck by lightning. Yes, it isn't, still not fixed. I'm scared to even get an update on it. Usually I, anyway, hook it up to there, and we have an adapter, little ISO plug or whatever that we put on the back of that tractor. So I don't know if the adapter I got will work on this tractor or not, but anyway, we'll see when we get to the shop. But other than that, it is hooked up. Okay, here is the wheat concaves. If you notice, they're real thin right here in between the bars. And here's what we're taking out. That's called small wire concave. You got 2 of them on the left side and 2 of them on the right side. It'll be replacing this one right here and that one right here, and the same thing on the other side of the combine. This is called large wire. This is what you use for soybeans. So you got 2 bolts right there, and then they just pull out. They're really heavy and kind of hard to get in and out, but anyway, that's where they go. James and Mark are going to be working on that. In a couple of videos ago, I replaced them, if y'all saw that. Anyway, we're going to be doing the same thing to this one. So that way, both combines will be ready for wheat. Like I said, if we want to pull both of them out there and get them going at the same time. So we'll be ready to go. So that's what they're going to be working on. This is the before. I'll show you the after. Like an 18 or 17. No, I think it was a 16. 16. I remember I didn't have it. I had to get it over here. Take that one. Whew. Toolbox getting full. Then I use if I use that, that always helps when you're taking it off. It's fit up in there where the other bolt is. You can kind of wiggle it, and then you can get that other bolt out. I just don't want to go in there. If you look real close, it looks like this piece right here at the bottom of my finger. You see, it looks like the plastic is broke right there. Basically, you see, you got a circle inside of a circle. The inner circle's got to slide up in there, and the outside circle goes around the outside of this part. But if you look real close right there, it looks like, you see where that plastic is broke on those two little knobs coming out. Anyway, that is keeping the inner circle from sliding in there. Okay, I don't have a screwdriver. I got a little pick. We'll see if we can. Oh yeah. Yeah, let me see if I can show you. I still don't know if this is gonna make it fit. But you see right here, this little piece, it is broke. I don't know if I just need to get that out of there. Ooh, anyway, that right there being down is causing this outer ring. It's got to fit up in there. So let's just get it out of there because it's broke. Okay. Now, no telling how long that's been broke. Okay, now we're ready to try it again. Oh my gosh, look at there, guys. Look at there, guys. We are in business. All right, we're gonna check out Philip's new toolbox. He got something on the inside that we may like. Look at that. Triple R Farms. That looks good. Well, you got everything in here.
Yeah, air compressor.
Where's the air compressor? Oh.
It's a DeWalt. Money well spent.
Uh-huh.
And got the 3/8 inch ratchet. Mini tool. Cordless impact wrench. Drill, 3/4 inch socket set.
Everything you need.
And probably something I don't find out I will need and don't have.
Oh, that's good. I like it. Well, that sticker fits perfect.
Yeah, it does. I like it.
That looks good. Whew. Look at that. Philip. Cleaned out the tractor. Got a floor mat and everything. Well, let me tell you what's going on with the 8R tractor. We fixed a couple things on row number 3 and row number 10, like a load sensor, load cell on the precision planting side of the planter. Anyway, so I got up in here looking at the screen and stuff and going through the diagnostics, and I started realizing that the delta downforce, I wasn't getting any readings on the PSI, like how much pressure it was applying. Just sitting still, lifting it up and down. I went through all the calibrations, trying to zero them out, recalibrate them. Anyway, everything I did, I just could not get them, any of the rows, to get a reading. And I know, I was putting pressure on it by letting it down. So basically, we've got an electrical issue that has popped up since we last were over there in the valley planting, and then the only thing we did was we've gotten rain, for 2 days, and it's just been sitting still, but something has happened. So as of right now, I do not think we can plant with this planter, because the delta downforce is getting 0 reading, so it will not know how much downforce to apply to each row unit, is what I'm guessing right now. So anyway, I'm gonna get on the phone with Mike with Vantage South. Hopefully we'll see if he can work me through it, going through some stuff over the phone, and hopefully we can get it correct, and maybe some kind of connection somewhere. It's either got water in it or something like that. But if I can't get it fixed over the phone, surely he'll be on the road tomorrow, and he'll come down and see if he can get it going himself. But first step, save everybody a trip from having to drive, is we try to do a lot of stuff over the phone, so that's what we're doing right now.
Right. When it does, what are you setting it down on? Is it because so that it's basically what you're measuring with that is just the force it's taking for those opening discs to go into the ground. So if it is like really soft dirt and the settings are kind of shallow, it may not read much until you get moving and like cross some harder ground.
That's what I can. I'm on some ground that's, it's not hard. It's just basically a grass lot back in the back of the shop.
What's the actual delta force set to? Like on the main screen there? Is it on like automatic and then like 50 or 100 pounds or something?
Yeah, it's on standard, 100 pounds.
Yeah. And I think you'll be in good shape. You may have the same issue with this one where it's not the load cell. It could be the SRM. Sometimes it's one, the other. Sometimes it's both. There's really a little circuit in there. Sometimes when one thing shorts out, it's like it fries that part of the circuit on the SRM too for some reason.
All right, well, maybe we don't have a problem. That's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe just a fluke. Yeah, just a scare. So, yep, I think you're in good shape. So let's hope for that, hopefully. But if not, you just let me know as soon as you guys, if you have any issues, just let me know as soon as you can, and we'll find a way to get it there and get it worked on.
Sounds great.
I feel pretty good about it. All right, man. Well, have a good rest of your day.
All right, you too.
See ya.
Bye. All right, guys, I don't think we have a problem. The main thing is when I went through there and was doing the health check and all, it was not lifting the hoppers, and it's supposed to lift the hoppers, and then they lower all, one by one, and it goes through this calibration. He's thinking all the rest of the rows, because we filled all these hoppers up with seed the other day, that it really needs to be empty when you do that kind of calibration test, because they don't have a lot of push on the upside of that cylinder. The cylinder is designed to press down, so if there's any resistance of it trying to push up, He said he's had them in the past not lift up if you got seed in them, so that is probably why they're not lifting up, which is a good thing. And as you can see right here, we're getting numbers. So that's telling me that all the load cells, the Delta Force is working properly, so I think we are good to go. Thank goodness. Okay, now that we got the planter finally situated, we think it's okay, we're gonna move back onto the Umberfirth liquid rig. And what we got is we got a Umberfirth Nutramax 1400. This will be, I think, the 3rd year that I've had this machine. And this is my favorite thing to run on the farm by far. And the reason I love running it, because I know how efficient this thing is and how valuable it is into getting the big yields in corn, cotton, basically all your crops. Used to have coulters on there, single coulters. I took all that off, and then we went to the Y drop, the 360 Y drops, which I absolutely love. This is the way they came. They came with these hoses that kind of drug on the ground. If you look it up on the internet, it dribbles out fertilizer right here. And this would be right where your row is. That is the way it came. Every one of them had these hoses, so just imagine hoses dragging all over this thing. But this is the way they looked in between 2 rows. So I'm out there in the corn's about this tall, and I'm out there in cover crop, rye, cereal rye, you know, that's kind of tall, and we've killed it. But as I was going through there, these hoses were just bouncing around, doing like this. Sometimes I was dribbling fertilizer on top of the corn that was right there. Sometimes it would flop all the way over here and be on this side of the row. Sometimes it would be way over here. I'm talking about 10 inches away from the row that should be right here, and I'm trying to get as close to the row as I can is the goal. So you got this one doing that, and this one on the other side will be doing the same thing. It's flopping around like this. So I did not like that at all. It was not consistent like I wanted to. Another thing is a lot of our land is bedded up, so we'd have a raised bed right here, and then we'd have a raised bed over here, and then the ground would kind of slope. Well, guess what happens? The 2 hoses on this row right here, they would slide down that bed, and the next thing you know, all your fertilizers on the lowest part in between the 2 beds, just because of gravity, they just slid down the bank of that bed, and so did that one, and you're putting all your fertilizer right here as far as you can away from the actual row, which is over here on top of the bed. So I did not like that, because a lot of the valley is bedded up. So that was another reason that I didn't like these hoses. So what I did, pull these suckers off. I did a lot of tests where I shortened the hose, and anyway, I shortened it. Next thing I knew, I had taken them off. So we took all the hoses off. This is the way I run it. I've got them up off the ground where this shoots a stream of fertilizer. It hits about right here, and this one hits about right here. So we're getting about 4 to 6 inches away from the row, pretty consistent. Now they will move around a little bit, but by far a way better way to get a consistent distance from the row was for me to pull them off and run it like this. Ever since I did that, this thing has worked golden. It has been perfect. So basically, I'll use this hose as your row of corn. So as you can see, you'll be putting fertilizer out about that far from the row and about that far the whole time. Now they will move a little bit, but as you can see, it's gonna pretty much stay in that area. That's why I like this. Now you will get a little splatter from the fertilizer, but I've never seen it be a problem at all, especially when the corn gets up taller. It won't be hitting any leaves. But so you'll have a row there and a row there. So that's what it'll look like. Lucy, I don't think I'd drink that. Gee. Did y'all see that bee? Holy cow. Thought it was a wasp coming out of this hole right here after me. But it was one of those big old giant bumblebees. I mean, it was right here. I thought the wasps had a nest in this hose and they were about to come out after me, and I was done. So here's the inductor. It's got these little things on the side where it's kind of can stir and keeps the sides of the walls clean with whatever you got in your tank. And it just sucks down the bottom, goes down through here, and then that goes into your bottom of your tank. Just like it's just like any other kind of inductor on a sprayer. Same type deal. It's just on the back of this thing. So that is it. And you got this little thing right here. After you pour everything in, if you want to squirt some water out of the top of this, it cleans the tank. God! Alright, just shut that lid. And then you squeeze it. Yeah. The last thing on the list to do today is Dad wants to take the 8250. He wants to get his combine back in the shed down there, so we will follow him down to the seed house and get him parked in there, make sure he does not hit the side walls going in, and then we'll bring him back, and that's probably gonna be it for this video. So we'll just make sure he doesn't hit these two sides, and then y'all want to see if he remembers one very important thing. Let's see if he remembers to turn the battery disconnect off. We'll do a little test here. Coming in here a little hot. Good Lord. Slow it down, big man. Whew. You remembered. I had a bet with him that you would forget. Huh?
You gotta get up early.
I lost that bet.
Get up early to trick me.
Well guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you to all the new subscribers that we've been getting. And thank you for everybody that comments and stuff. I know I don't get back to every one of them, but try to at least read all of them. I've gotten to know everybody's names pretty much by now. I have a lot of the usual crowd that comments, and then we'll have some new people comment too. But just know that I at least try to read every one of them, and then if I can reply to some of them, I do. It's just a time issue. I just run out of time trying to edit and all that stuff. But anyway, that is going to be it for me and Lucy. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. Almost forgot to do one thing today before we end this video. Hold on one second. Now, catch y'all on the next one.